Hi, everyone. Welcome to the F.A.I.L. Podcast. I'm your host, Melody, and I am so happy to have you here. We are in episode 4, and I am excited for a couple of reasons. The first being, today is September 1st, which means summer is slowly moving out and it's taking these hot 90 plus degree temperatures with it. And secondly, September is the birth month to a very special lady in my life, my mom. Her birthday is on September 10th, but I just want to take a moment today and wish her a very blessed and happy early birthday. Mom, I love you so much and you are simply amazing. Now, speaking of moms and parents, I think they have one of the most toughest jobs in raising children. And unfortunately, they are typically one of the first ones to weather the storms of our failures. Even when our fails affect them the most, they pick us up, dust us off, and love us through it. And as a child, you see it and can feel the unconditional love from your parents. But as kids, we can be selfish and inconsiderate, and we tend to view our parents as these supernatural beings who can't make a mistake and are here to just fulfill our wants and needs. We don't truly grasp until much later that our parents are their own person with their own feelings, faults, emotions, goals, and desires. As a human, you don't know what you don't know, but as a kid, you see a lot. And I saw day after day how hard my mom worked to provide a safe and loving home for me and my brother. If you listen to episode 2 of the show, I shared that me and my mom are really close. We're best friends, actually. But there was a time in my teen years where I had the typical teenage attitude. Thought I knew everything but didn't know anything. And well, there was this one unforgettable incident. I had to have been maybe 13, 14 years old, and I had it in my head that my mom had not done something I had wanted her to do for me. I don't recall exactly what this thing was, but I do remember out of my frustration for what I assumed she hadn't done, I started expressing to my brother how upset I was with her. Now, during this time, my mom worked on the graveyard shift for a baking company, so I thought she was sleeping at the time, but I assumed wrong. On that particular day, unbeknownst to me, she was going to work earlier than usual. So she was up and she could hear me talking. To this day, I'm not sure how much of what I said she overheard, but by the look on her face, I knew she had heard enough. But surprisingly, instead of the look of anger I expected to see on her face, I saw a look of disappointment. Instead of the look of annoyance I had, I saw the look of hurt on her face. And instead of the sound of frustration I expressed, I heard the sound of calmness in her voice. My mom didn't yell or scream at me. She simply walked into the room, looked me in the eyes, and calmly stated that she had in fact done the thing I assumed she hadn't done. Then she quietly left out of the house to go to work for the evening. And literally, I felt like crap. I had failed at being a considerate and grateful daughter. Like I mentioned before, I witnessed my mom working hard to provide what she could for me and my brother. And literally, as she's walking out the front door to go to work to keep a roof over our heads, I'm there mad about something I thought she didn't do. As if she hadn't already done more than enough for me. To this day, I cringe when I think about that moment. I never meant to hurt my mom. And of course, my brother didn't make the situation any better by promptly getting on my case about it. But he was absolutely right too. I knew I was wrong, and seeing the hurt and disappointment on my mom's face has never left me. In that moment, as awkward and painful as it was, my mom showed me two very important things I have never forgotten. With the look on her face, she showed me her humanity. And with the calmness of her reaction, she showed me grace. My mom heard my unwarranted frustration and chose to show me understanding and silently offered me forgiveness. Being upset, making assumptions, and taking her for granted was definitely a fail on my part as her daughter. But as I've learned, there is no life fail without a life lesson, and I learned a few things. And the first most important thing was I never want to hurt anyone, especially my mom, with the words I say. I learned to not assume to know anything about what someone has or hasn't done. I learned the true meaning of giving someone grace who didn't necessarily deserve it. And I learned to always be thankful and grateful for everything my mom has done for me and my brother. Even though I wish I could go back and change the way I behaved that day, I'm thankful to have learned from that fail. And I know I grew up a lot because of it. And in turn, it helped me and my mom's relationship to grow stronger and has continued to help strengthen the close bond we have today. So, everybody, please drop down in the comment section and wish my mom a happy early birthday. And I hope you enjoyed this week's show. Please make sure to follow the show and subscribe to my website. All links will be listed in the description box. And just a reminder, new episodes drop every other Monday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. And before I go, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has supported the show so far. I really appreciate it. Once again, my name is Melody with the F.A.I.L. Podcast. Thank you so much for listening today, and I will catch up with you next time.